Let me show you the best way to clean and seal your granite or natural stone countertops. When it comes to everyday cleaning, I like to keep it as simple as possible. And if you've watched my videos before, you probably already know what's coming. But for cleaner, I just like to mix up a few drops of dish soap and some water in a spray bottle. Preferably Dawn, I just feel like it cuts through grease and grime a little bit better, but this is very gentle and it's not gonna cause damage to the granite or your natural stone. Now, to use it is super easy, just spray it down, and then I like to come through with a damp towel and scrub down all of the areas. While you're cleaning, it's also a good idea to pay special attention to those high use and touch areas, like by your stove and your sink, or if you have seating on your island where people like to eat food, just grease and grime will start to build up there, so I always like to give those just an extra scrub. The nice thing about this mix is a little goes a long way and you don't need a ton of cleaner, just a few sprays will get the job done. Sometimes while you're cleaning, you might find just a little piece of food or gunk that is stuck to the surface here. I like to use just a plastic scraper. I got this one with my cast iron. It's nice and gentle, it's not gonna cause any scratches. Just simply go right across, and as you can see, picked it right up. What's nice about the dish soap and water mix is yes, it's super effective, but as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's extremely gentle and it's not gonna cause damage. Now, if you like cleaning with vinegar like I do, this is not an area to use vinegar because the vinegar is going to etch, remove sealers, and even dull out the countertop over time. Yeah, you might be okay a few times here and there, but it's not a good long-term solution to use. Now, another thing if you're trying to disinfect the countertops is stay away from bleach because that will also cause damage. But definitely stick around because I have a solution to disinfect these as well. Now, you may have noticed that I mentioned to wipe everything down with a damp cloth when we're using the cleaner. The reason being is we do want to rinse the surface. We don't want to leave that dish soap behind because it could dry sticky and start to attract dirt over time. Now, once you're done doing this, I always recommend to use a dry, clean microfiber towel to not only dry the surface, but this is gonna buff everything, leaving no streaks behind. Many times people stop with this step and then they come back a little while later and you kind of look across the countertop and you just see a bunch of streaks and it doesn't look very clean. And this can really depend too on the color you have. Now this one here is lighter, it's gonna hide a lot of streaks, but if you have like a darker granite countertop and you don't come through with a dry microfiber cloth, it's going to look not as good and you're just gonna have to clean it again. Another thing that this really helps with if you do have dark granite countertops is it's gonna remove any sort of possible water spots that could develop as it dries. I do like to give options when I can, so if you're looking for more of a store-bought cleaner, I recommend the Barkeeper's Friend Granite and Stone. It does a really good job, and again, it's gentle, so it's not gonna cause damage. Now, I mentioned before to not use bleach to disinfect your countertops, but obviously sometimes when you're cooking in your kitchen, you do need to disinfect it, like if you get some raw chicken or something on your counter. So instead, I recommend to use 70% isopropyl alcohol. Now, a quick hack for this is you can simply just take off the top here, and if you have a spray nozzle like this one here from a spray bottle, you can just drop this in, and the threads are the same. So you can easily thread this on and now you have a spray bottle as well. I know you can go to the store and buy the sprayer options of these, but they're just so small and you run out of them quick. So this is a great option. Now, the other really nice thing about using isopropyl alcohol to disinfect is it's relatively cheap and you can get it pretty much at every grocery store or big box store as well. Now, when you do use this, again, with all disinfectants, there's an amount of time that you need to let it sit on the surface to kill any sort of bacteria. Usually for isopropyl alcohol, if you're using the 70% here, it's a minimum of 3 to 5 minutes. Now, when it comes to disinfecting, I do get a lot of questions like how often should I do it? And honestly, it kind of depends on you and your home. You know what is touching and who's using your countertops and really the best times you should be disinfecting. I know for us, it's one of those things where I use it as needed, especially like if I'm cooking, like as I mentioned, with raw chicken or anything like that. I don't want that sticking around on my counters. But in most cases, on a daily basis, I'm just using the dish soap and water mix to clean everything. If you do need a scrubber on this type of countertop, I feel like some days just a broken record because I say this over and over again because I learned this early on in my cleaning career and kind of the hard way because I damaged some things. But you always want to use a non-scratch scrub sponge, like a Scrub Mommy or a Scrub Daddy. Warm these up in some warm water and they're going to be nice and gentle. Stay away from things like steel wool, SOS pads, even magic erasers on these will dull the finish over time. But what about stains that you just can't remove with regular cleaning on your granite countertops? Now, if you come in close here, you'll notice there's a red one on here, and then this one is a coffee stain. I actually got these samples from a local store and put these stains on here or spots on here about a day and a half ago and just let them dry. Now, Usually natural stone are very porous, and that means anytime you spill something on there and let it sit, it's going to suck it in and hold on to it. So a quick pro tip before we get into this is always clean up your spots and spills as soon as they happen so you don't have to, well, do this process. So what we're gonna do is mix up something called a poultice. Now, kind of a fancy way, if you ask me, of just saying baking soda paste. So take equal parts baking soda and water, mix it in a dish. You want the consistency kind of like a toothpaste. You don't want it super runny because you don't want it to spread out everywhere. You just want it to be able to evenly cover the entire area where the spot or stain is on your countertop. Once you spread that evenly across the area, then we're gonna grab some saran wrap or just plastic wrap, place that down and tape it in place. We don't want it moving around on us. We want it to be able to stay there. Now, a quick tip with the tape, please, please, please use something like painter's tape, because if you use any other type of tape, you might leave a sticky residue behind, and then you have to clean that too, which I'm trying to make this easier, not harder on you. Then after that, I like to just poke a few holes in that plastic wrap there, and then we're gonna let this sit for about 24 hours and do its thing and completely dry out. So the reason this works, or really the power of the poultice, if you will, is because the baking soda is super absorbent and it's drawing and pulling out the stain from the stone. Now remember, I mentioned that the granite here has very large pores, so it likes to grab and hold on to things. We're kind of doing that in reverse and pulling out the stains. Now, I will say with this process, sometimes the first time you do it, it completely removes it, you're good to go. Other times you might have to do it a few times to fully pull that out, but stick with it, you got this. Now, to prevent staining altogether and to keep your granite countertops looking amazing and easier to clean, I do suggest that you seal them at least once or twice a year. Now, my manufacturer recommended this one here called Granite Gold. This does a really good job. Now, every sealer is gonna be a little bit different depending on what one you choose to use at home. I always suggest to read the label and apply it exactly the way that they suggest. Now, this one here, for instance, says to work in 3-foot sections. Spray the sealer down, then we're gonna just evenly apply it over the surface with a towel, then come through with a dry, clean, lint-free towel and just buff it in. Now, another thing this recommends too is to add a few layers of the sealer. So let it dry for about 20 to 30 minutes, then reapply and do the process across all of the granite. Now, they do suggest not to clean for at least 24 hours just so it can really set and cure and have a good protection on the countertops. There's a handy tip to figure out when your countertops need to be resealed. All you need to do is just grab a cup of water, just need a small amount here, and just pour this on the countertop. Now you'll notice that is beating up really nice and it's staying on top of the surface, and that means these are sealed and good to go. Now, if this water just spreads out right away and kind of starts to suck in, that means it's time to reseal, because you gotta put that barrier back on there so everything beads up and doesn't soak into the stone. As you can see from my reflection in these countertops, they cleaned up great, and hopefully after today's video, yours look the same too. I wanna say thank you so much for watching as always, and if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel and smash that like button. I also need to give a huge shout out to the Clean Squad members over on Patreon. Thank you so much for continuing to support Clean That Up. Now, if you want to join us over there and get access to things like downloadable PDF cleaning guides or your name in the credits down below, definitely check the link down in the description. And as always, I'll see ya on the next clean.